Yeah, so the special issue on organizational and institutional entrepreneuring, on the backdrop of fascinating practice and process-oriented research that have pulled the field of organizational entrepreneurship and institutional theory into a joint room, it had become gradually more and more evident that the elephant in there was the lack of conceptual richness in their conversation. So Trish and I thought something had to be done, and this special issue is that something.
As Daniel says, we want to give deeper attention to how processes of entrepreneuring can happen, and we wanted to think at both the organizational and institutional levels. How can people collectively engage in imagining and organization creation processes when they exist in the context of an already organized world? Dreaming and planning for the future captures only part of what's going on. There is inherent tension in how entrepreneuring incorporates starting and actualizing. We wanted to provoke researchers to push these boundaries to advance theory.
Indeed, and the special issue is itself an outcome of a broader conversation, we find. One element of this is, of course, our own respective work, but more importantly, the generative dynamics of research and theoretical developments in process and practice-oriented research on creativity, entrepreneurship, and innovation in organizational contexts of the already organized. What does it mean to pursue the new in contexts of the already organized? How is it done? What politics and ethics are involved in handling the friction, resistance, imagination, and potentials of organization creations in fields of the already organized? They call invited on this basis broadly, and we had a fascinating set of submissions, and we were able to accept articles we see progress this emerging complex field. Trish will tell you a bit more about the contributing papers.
I'll start with a question. What do rhizomes, artistic practices, a traveling carillon, imagined futures, scientific research production, and witchcraft have in common? Answer: they're all topics investigated in our special issue. The authors of these papers focus on understanding processes of entrepreneuring at the institutional and organizational levels. From an institutional perspective, theories about arborescent and rhizomatic assembling are set out. In addition, the importance of geographic place in entrepreneuring is revealed and explained. At the organizational level, papers focus on the role of imagination, how imagined futures can be realized, and how artistic processes of creating new possibilities can generate novelty. In addition, research shows how artistic practices and entrepreneuring can be intertwined in processes of discovery. In addition, there is attention to processes of community entrepreneuring that must incorporate local values, such as witchcraft. These may seem foreign or even wrong to outsiders. Overall, we see that the process of entrepreneuring can take many different shapes.
So the intersection of entrepreneurship and organization studies generally, and entrepreneurship and institutional theory work in particular, represents a fertile ground for new problems. We also believe that process and practice approaches and theory are crucial in renewing the conceptual vocabulary needed to form and articulate those new problems. Some have been articulated in the papers in the special issue, of course, and one concept we needed to have to progress our own thinking was that of the comfort zone. We needed a relational concept that would also give due attention to the affective side of life in the already organized as a shielded and somewhat numbing place, but also a potential launchpad for opening up politically, imaginatively, processes of organization creation.
So where can we go from here? This special issue is a good start, but of course, more is needed. Processes of entrepreneuring must happen in opposition to and with respect for comfort zones. We need to stretch into the in-betweenness that characterizes the already organized world. And we believe that the articles comprising our special issue give a significant step forward in this journey of discovery. Daniel and I hope you will engage with these articles and be part of the next steps in moving imaginatively forward.